Okay. Three, two, one. Okay. 1. Okay. Three, two, 1. Okay. Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Before we get started, as always, I want to give a shout out to the lovely music we've been listening to during pre-stream here. This is Dreamer by Deuscain DP. You can find their information in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Thank you to Deuscain and everybody like them. It makes either free to use or low-cost assets for us streamers so we can have better streams. Thank you very much. And I'm going to do my intro on this screen because I forgot to get my model up in time. Sorry, it is a work night. Sec here. But yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever it is in your part of the world. I am Deuscain, your variety type streamer for the night. And Steam's being a butt. It's breaking. Variety type streamer for the night. And tonight, we are going to be doing a just chatting stream with me writing up some game reviews on Steam. Assuming the service is up and active and working, which it seems like it might be acting up. We'll see. No, not that one. Is YouTube Studio going to launch properly? Come on. But yeah. Also, thank you for stopping by earlier during the pre-stream settle. I did not notice until now when I was since I was getting ready for stream. But yes, decided I wanted to do this a little while ago, wanted to do more writing reviews for games on Steam, because from everything I hear, it really, really helps developers. And I don't really do it that often. So I thought I'd take care of that and do some of these on stream, because, you know, they say everything is content, so let's try for it. But let me get my camera the way I like it. I think that's fine. Alright, anyway, let's get switched over. Why is my model showing up so much later than everything else now? I'm going to have to troubleshoot that eventually. But anyway, here is my Steam page, or my Steam map. So, to address one thing immediately out the gate. A, I'm definitely not going to finish the whole list. But B, in the midst of all of my games here on Steam, there are going to be some that are spicy adult games. Yes, I play them. I am old enough to play them. I am old enough to buy them. I'm not taking anybody's sass for having them in my library. However, we will not be reviewing any of those tonight, and I will be not acknowledging they exist beyond this moment. So, yes, they're there. Yes, I know. If you see something, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe you have that in your library. Shh. You saw nothing. I'm pretty much sure my good Christian mother would not like many of the games I've played. Boobs would be the least of her complaints, though. There's far too many Japanese games where we're killing God. But anyway, so, obviously I could do the first review on what's running right now, which is VTube Studio. I don't really want to write a review about VTube Studio, and I already did my review for Helldivers. You know what? Let's actually look at the store page for my review for Helldivers. Negative review. Product refunded, and I later bought it again. Would be an amazing game if it worked properly. I played for less than 2 hours, and in that time I had the game 1, not closed properly and need to be shut off through Steam. 2, crash at Planetfall at the start of a mission where I was the host. And 3, crash loading onto the starting menu lobby of the game. Are you going to revise your view in the up-and-coming collab? Probably not. Like, the game has run significantly better for me. But at the time I wrote this review, all of this was valid and relevant. So, one interesting thing about Helldivers, and I noticed this back when I was looking at reviews, and this is an interesting thing here. Helldivers has a total of less than 420,000 reviews. Of those, 350,000 are positive, and 311,000 are very positive. So the vast majority of the reviews of the game are extremely good. However, there are almost 60,000 negative reviews of the game, which means 1 out of every 7 reviews for the game is a negative review, just by the numbers. And I do feel like it's valid and important that this is tracked, because you can't let a studio get away with the shit that this team was doing when they first released the game. It was not playable. They're getting better, but that's like saying like Cyberpunk. Like you should revise your review of Cyberpunk because it was trash when it released, and now a year later it's better. Well, I wrote the review a year ago. It was trash when it released. So yeah. But one of the buggiest games I played. A lot of things I just read were a lot of like buggy this, buggy that. So, but no, I am probably not going to revise my my review of Helldivers. I know it's a good game if you're doing like a co-op with a group of people. One of the few that never had the terrible bugs was Cyberpunk. Nice, good for you. I still have not played Cyberpunk. I just know of the bugs. But I thought we'd start off the review with a good old Stardew Valley review, since I've played 468 hours of Stardew Valley, and I never left them a review. Yeah, I heard that basically Cyberpunk, when they got in like another year to cook for that game, it got a lot better. Which is, you know, they just should have waited a year to release it and not gotten all the bad press. But it is what it is. Stardew, yes. I'm going to give it a positive review. Let's see. Fantastic game. Been playing it for years, and they keep releasing free updates free content updates to the game. Amazing value per dollar spent. Can't recommend it enough. 11 out of 10. The Stardew is just fun. Like it's a very fantastic game, and if you're thinking about playing it, or if it looks remotely interesting, you're probably gonna enjoy it. Like, you might need to break out the wiki to know what to do properly, but there's also value in kind of like fumbling around too. Good mindless farming fun. Yes, exactly. Like, there are sites online that like track the value you got out of the game for like how many hours played, and Stardew is like a penny per hour of gameplay time. Like it's nuts how much value I got out of this game. But yeah, I have not played Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. That's coming up. These are a bunch of new games I received. That's a demo. I'm not gonna write that one. Chained Echoes. Chained Echoes is really good. Let's get the review written for this one. Amazing JRPG. Hooked me within the, not spelling right, the first few hours. Kept me hooked the whole way. Do I want to talk about the negatives in the review? Like, because there are some reviews that have like, oh, these are pros, these are the cons, and like Stardew, it's basically all pros, because there isn't really like, you're not going into Stardew for anything like crazy in terms of like depth. But I feel like Chained Echoes is one somebody might want to like a pros and cons. Yeah, let's do that one for this one. So we'll do a pros section and a cons section. And a cons section I can spell. Mechs. Engaging combat system. Flexible level. I don't want to say this. Here it is. Zero grinding leveling system with really flexible skill system. What is a solid 8 out of 10 at the minimum. The high points are 10 out of 10. I'll try for that one too. Okay, catch. Cons. Has a tendency to throw a lot at you all at once in tutorials. Hey, congrats on catching that one, Subtle. feels like it has a little bloat from too many systems. Is it systems? How do I want to say this? So it's not systems, it's mechanics. Many field and upgrade mechanics. End game progression. How do I want to say? Because I kind of want to, like, for this last one here, I want to point out that, like, Chapter 2, you really only get, like, the first generation of mechs, and the second gen by the end of the chapter. Chapter 3, you get, like, the third generation of mechs by the end of the chapter. Chapter 4, you get 4th, 5th, and 6th generation mechs, all, like, really in quick succession. So the best upgrades. A lot of upgrades for the final dungeon / right before the final boss fight. Cause yeah, like that's really the biggest thing Chained Echoes does. It's just overstuffed. Like, it tries to do too much in the field because it's doing so much with all of its systems. It tends to throw a lot at you in tutorials. And then when you get to the end of the game, like, you're collecting materials for your ultimate weapons for, like, the whole game. It's like 2 rooms before the end boss, before you find out where to go to cash in those ultimate weapon upgrades, which is way too late in my opinion. Like, they should have given it to you much earlier. So yeah, that shit needed some work. But TLDR, not a perfect game, but still a blast to play. Solid 8 or 9 out of 10. Strong recommend. And yeah. Oh, does it actually show ours for Stardew too? Yeah, it does. Nice. Chained Echoes. That's an adult game. Haven't played that one. That's an adult game. That's VR chat. Hollow Cure. Do they even take reviews for this? They do, actually. Huh. Look at these numbers. Hollow Cure has 29,321 reviews total. Only 209 reviews are negative. Nearly 30,000 reviews, less than 500 negative ones. That's amazing. That's how you know Hollow Cure is a good game. And why Helldivers is so shit. Yeah, like, the Hollow Cure just works. Helldivers, it broke half the time. Solid Vampire Survivors clone. To be honest, I like those top-down games. Like, I've seen a few. The name of the big one, I'll send it to you. What do you mean, like Vampire Survivors? Because that was the big one that, like, did a lot for the genre. I think so. Let's go to the store. Was it this one? Yeah, that's Vampire Survivors. That's like the granddad of the genre that was like the big one that everybody liked. Yeah. And I spelled clone wrong. Solid Vampire Survivor clone. Doesn't require any knowledge of VTubers to play and enjoy, but if you have that, then you'll get the Easter eggs and references. The fact that it's free with no microtransactions. Right? This one is right. MICRO. Transactions, yeah. Just seals the deal. Great game. 10 out of 10. Alright. So there's that one. Storyteller. So this is one I didn't play on stream, but it is a puzzle game where like you'll get these things here where it's like you see the ghost of a lover, so you have these two that get married and are in love, then you make a scene where one of them dies, and then you put the two of them back together in the love scene, but since one of them died in the previous scene, it imports them as a ghost. So like it builds storytelling. So like, yeah, which becomes the mirror's favorite is an example here. Where like you show the witch the mirror and it says Snow White is beautiful. So you have her turn Snow White into a frog, and then she goes back to the mirror and it's like, well, Prince Charming's beautiful. And she turns Prince Charming into a frog, then she goes back to the mirror and the mirror's like, okay, fine, you win. There's no one left. So it's a fun puzzle game. Fun puzzle game. Really neat mechanics. I hope they release more chapters / DLC for it in the future. How much is this at full price? Solid purchase at full price. Even better if you can get it during a sale. I'd buy future DLC at full price. Yeah, Storyteller's a really good game. That's kind of the unfortunate thing about being a streamer is, as much as I want to share stuff with chat and play things on stream, I am also a gamer in my downtime. So I sometimes am just like, fuck it, I'm playing this one for me. And Storyteller was one of those, and it was actually really good. Yes, I recommend. Fun puzzle game, really neat mechanics. I hope they release more chapters / DLC for it in the future. Yeah, okay. Can't think of a better, more glowing review for it than that. What are the review numbers for it? Okay, this would actually might be making more of an impact on, because there's less than 6,000 reviews, but 800 of them are negative. Why do I have that? Way too short, extra content. What's they did? Tentative, no. Only worth on sale. Decent game, but way too short. Puzzles were not compelling. requires so much trial and error to even know what your options are. Not really worth it for you. Needs a lot more content. Yeah, like, I disagree with that. Here's a fun one. Here's an example of it. Dracula. So they're in love. And then you have Dracula here, and you drag Mina up to it. And it'll turn somebody into a vampire. And then the next time they meet, it'll change who's the vampire. Someone goes to talk to Van Helsing. And basically, it will allow you to stake people and do things. So, like, yeah, it is a reactive puzzle game that tries to get you to fulfill the conditions of the game. It's pretty good. But, yeah, I thought it was a good deal for 15. Like, it's not the most cost-efficient game in the world, but it is still pretty good. Sekiro. I haven't finished it yet, but I am 50 hours in. I feel like that's enough time to probably write a review. Love hate. Yeah, that's kind of my feelings for Sekiro. Yeah. It's a punch in the ass, but in a good way. Yeah. Challenging game that will kick your butt and really make you earn each victory. I see what the hype is about, though it's a little harsher than what I would enjoy casually. Not going to hold that against the game, though. Absolute must play for any Soulsborne fan. I feel like that's fair. Like, it is a good game, and I can tell it's a good game. That's an adult one. I played a little bit of that. Meh. Wallpaper Engine's an interesting one. So this is actually... I'm gonna make a review for this one. This isn't really a game, but what you can do is you basically set a video as your background on your desktop. So, like, here you can see they have icons and stuff, but, like, they have this car in the middle that's basically just a video playing. And, you know, here they have one with the sun. I actually got this years ago because I found some, like, live wallpapers online, and this was one of the tools they recommended for, like, setting them up as a background. And it is very good. But actually the one big thing I used it for was years ago when I used to play with friends. My game would be on my left screen, and I could see the right screen, but the clock was in the lower right corner, which is exactly where my microphone was sitting on the desk. It would block the date and time. So what I would do is I actually set a background through Wallpaper Engine of a live background with a clock dead center in the screen, so that I could look at that and tell what time it was. And I still use that one, actually. I still use that exact same wallpaper for my one monitor. The other one just has like a video. For some reason, the wallpaper doesn't play nice on both monitors. I don't know why, but it's good. Yes. Fun application. Lets you set videos as desktop wallpapers. Lots of presets to choose from. And you can also upload your own. Yeah, like there's not a whole lot to say about that. It's not a game. It really just is what it is. But yeah, and it's like $4. So like if you want something like that, it works. That's an adult game. I haven't played that one. Golf with friends, I guess. Sure, we'll go through Golf with Friends. I was like, there's no way they only have 300 reviews. Oh, yeah. All-time reviews, they have 40,000 positive reviews. Though there are 7,000 negatives. Do not pay for ads. There's just 4 panels of DLC. Very terrible. Golf, it is just so much better. Genuinely enjoy this game, but how does this game not have a take turns mode for online? Horrible. Game does not even work with friends. Always says network error. Yeah, like it's a decent game. I hate this game. It ruined my whole day and my friends aren't my friends anymore. I hate it. Sounds like you're a bad loser. Horrible. Receive product for free. Not enough people in the game. Full of bugs. This one is nothing. It's a negative. The game is done. Most of the holes have no clear path. 0 out of 10 game would literally rather die than ever play it again. Listed as Steam Deck verified. Why would you play Golf with Friends on a Steam Deck? Maybe subtle. Oh god. You know what? We ought to get Labs in like a Golf with Friends collab at some point. 'Cause I know she likes mini golf. You know what? Oh, that actually blocks it. Interesting. Because it covers up the entire window. Absolutely writing somebody a message about that one. Yeah, I can't believe people are salty and giving negative reviews for Golf with Friends. It is what it is. Fun party game. Does what it says on the cover. Says on the cover in the name. Solid 6 or 7 out of 10. Buy it on sale if you can. Yeah. Demo Hollow Knight. Here's one I've got opinions about. 296 hours on Hollow Knight. Yeah, Overwhelmingly positive. 307,000. This isn't even my number one game. I think that's Monster Hunter. I think, actually, let me look that up. Steam game profile. Is that what it was? Steam database. Yeah. What is it? Show me this. So first of all, my account value on Steam is apparently $2,100, though at today's prices it's $6,000. Where is it? Games. By total time in games, number 1 is Monster Hunter World, number 2 is Stardew Valley, number 3 is Warframe, number 4 is Monster Hunter Rise, number 5 is Hollow Knight, number 6 is Elden Ring, 7's an adult game, number 7's Terraria, number 8 is Hades of all things, number 9 is Power Wash Simulator, VTube Studios is technically number 10, but that's cheating. Next one will be Octopath Traveler 2, shortly followed by Cassette Beasts and Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, rounding it out at the last game that's more than 100 hours, with Armored Core 6 being just under 100 hours. But yeah, Monster Hunter World is 1,559 hours. Yeah, 290 hours. Hated it. Downvote. Game is mean. It bullied me. It pogoed on my head. Yeah, Hollow Knight has 350,000 reviews. Only 99... Oh, 9,900? That's weird. 9,900 of them are negative. Which I'm curious what those are. I'm gonna punch my monitor. Nothing from me. Path of negative review. Stop looking at negative reviews and buy this game. I like that one. That one's useful. Markov. Atrocious keyboard and mouse support. Terrible keybind options. Play it on controller, you idiot. I hate this game. I hate those stupid Firefly bugs in City of Tears. Good game. I just have a skill issue. Okay, I like that one. That one's funny. Hello, Ben Too Crazy. Welcome. Man, boring game. It lacks a good soundtrack. That's just wrong. No story whatsoever. Downright confusing. No. Killed Mila in cold blood. Fair enough. Alright, so let's get started on my review of Hollow Knight. Metroidvania. So that's the standard a new standard of quality for the genre. Quite possibly my favorite game of all time. I like this one a lot. I don't know if I have anything else more to say. I feel like I should. I'm just gonna gush. I'm just gonna gush. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about this. Actually, no, it doesn't know Metroidvania. Fantastic Metroidvania set a new standard of quality for the genre, quite possibly my favorite game of all time. Yeah, you know what? That's about as good as I can say. 10 out of 10. Buy at full price if you are in any way interested. Buy on sale if you're still on the fence. Just buy it. I feel like that's good. That's good and fair. Oh, got another demo. Elden Ring. Epic fantasy exploration game. There are 598,000 very positive reviews for Elden Ring. Unsurprising. Fantasy exploration game. Absolutely earned its game of the Year award for 2022. Oh. I'm finishing up a soda and I'm still a little sleepy. Earned its Game of the Year award for 2022. Offers a decent, good entry level game for anyone. That's not how you spell thinking. Not trying a Soulsborne game with good challenges for veterans. I did not spell that right. How's it supposed to be spelled? ANS of the genre. Because I think Elden Ring is very new person friendly for the genre. Like, it'll fuck with you. Because it does with the opening battle where you just get stomped by the first enemy you fight. But it has a lot of forgiving mechanics in it too, and yeah. Very probably the easiest of the Soulsborne. Yeah, I agree. We'll give that a recommend and post review. I'm actually kind of curious about the numbers for this one. So 800,000 reviews total, 5,800 negative reviews. Why can't I romance Dung Eater? Game of the year, more like Game of the Year. Yeah, don't play this game. It's not worth your sanity. I literally had to beat an old lady because of this game. It pisses me off so much. It was boring after a few hours, maybe. This game ungayed me. I no longer like men, and neither do I like this game. Can't sex America. Not helpful. Crucible Knight. Valid. Not for casual players. Stun lock. No difficulty setting. So many answers to the game are not explained. Literally no use for... Have to use guides for the answer. Yeah, I mean... That's how you enjoy it. No intelligence. Finger butthole. Not useful. Love input reading. No, you're just bad. Crashes constantly. Unplayable. That might be valid. In the trash. Dark Souls 2. Yeah, that's just not true. That is a dash. Trash. No ultra ride support. What? Game is boring. Product refunded. CBT. That's all it says. Yeah. I'm so surprised there's like 60,000 negative reviews for it. That's a little surprising. Final Fantasy Remake Intergrade. Here's gonna be the fucking... So I did not like this game. I did not like this game at all. Like by the end of it, there's just a few too many annoyances for me to like really enjoy the game. The best FF7 has ever looked, but hard to not feel like this game is a cash grab. Had a lot of issues with gameplay flow. Felt like there were many things slowing it down and making it last longer than it should have been. This includes having inconsistent movement speed. Why does my run turn into a walk in buildings and my walk into a crawl? Buildings. Use inconsistent movement speed. Overly repetitive menu visual effects for equipment upgrades. And and interesting plot events getting sidelined by entire chapters of new content that breaks the suspense and is it breaking suspense? So I'm thinking of like near the end of the game when like you finally find Sephiroth and then it immediately makes you go through like the Hojo chapters and I'm just like, I don't care about Hojo or his bullshit. I enthusiastically care about none of that. Like, go away, Hojo. I want to go play with Sephiroth now. He's cooler than you, Hojo, and that's not saying much. breaks the suspension is right. How do I want to say this? I know what's wrong. Because I'm basically talking about like those times where you're just like, oh, this cool thing happened, but now I have to do this whole new chapter. That take away from the actually interesting parts of the story. Don't recommend it. Buy at your own discretion. It's very pretty, but doesn't have anything new or interesting to say. Yeah, like don't recommend it. Buy at your own discretion. It's very pretty, but doesn't have anything new or interesting to say. Yeah. Yeah, I just did not like this game. Like, it had its fun moments, but I don't know. Armored Core 6, The Fires of Rubicon. Really love this one. That's just an outright yes. Fantastic mecha game. Lots of replayability. Since New Game Plus runs, add new missions or change some old ones. The only negative part about the game is that there's only one save file and you have to delete your oops, that's not your old one to start up a new run. Yeah. And the negative part about the game is there's only one save file. So you have to delete your old one to start up. Old playthrough to start up a new run. Just say new game. That's really the one thing that holds a lot of games back from me from like greatness is there's one fucking save file. And they really should have more. Solid 10 out of 10. Especially after I did not spell that right at all. They made some bosses less punishing for new players. That's the last of my soda. Getting a bit of a stretchy stretch here. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. So I kept writing my Armored Core 6 review while the ads were playing. But this is what I got here. Fantastic mecha game. Lots of replayability since New Game Plus runs add new missions or change some old ones. The only negative part about the game is that there's only one save file, so you have to delete your old playthrough to start up a new game. Solid 10 out of 10. Otherwise, though, especially after they made some bosses less punishing for new players. So, yeah, this is a good game. Oh, I can't believe we've actually been going for like an hour. Max Gentleman Sexy Business. Sure. Let's review this one. We're going to scroll down here. So despite the name, Max Gentleman Sexy Business, and there being... Actually, there is some sexual content in here, but that's fine. I don't play it for that. It's not... So let's talk about language here for a moment. So... How do I want to explain this? So in anime fandom, the word hentai is used to describe adult animated material. The reason why some content is called ecchi, and why that translates to kind of like dirty or naughty, the word ecchi itself is actually a pronunciation of the first letter of hentai, H, in the Japanese language, Eichi. So basically, that's what they're saying. Dialogue-wise, this game's... dialogue and visuals-wise, this game's more ecchi than it is, like, full-blown hentai. Though it straddles the line a little bit with some of the graphic stuff. But you can turn that off and mute it. I like it as like a resource management game. It's fun for that. Fun resource management game has an adult content in it, but that can be disabled in the menu if you don't want to see it. Excuse me. Not a lot of depth or story, but that's not really the point of it. Just sit back and enjoy the silliness. Aw, Pokemon escaped. Curses. Sit back and enjoy the silliness. A good way to relax and enjoy the evening. It's a 7 or 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. This is probably the most risque game I'm going to review on here because I forget that this game even has adult content in it. It's that rare. Like, that being said, you can fully just have your characters just have it all out in all of the scenes they're in if that's what you want to go for. But otherwise, it's mostly just ridiculous and just lewd as fuck. Persona 5 Royal, I have not played. Casepis! How many reviews do they have for Casepis? They can't have many. Yeah, Casepis is another one we'll make a difference on. They've only got like 6,000 reviews, 6,500. What are the negatives? Combat doesn't feel good, weird. Pokemon knockoff. They had a bunch of issues. They hated the story. 3.5 hours, can't stand the boredom any longer. Game show promise. Tedious and samey after a while. Interesting concept. The final product comes off as shallow, uninspired, and lackluster in a lot of aspects. Yeah, I disagree. But, fantastic Pokemon like. Played through it several times and enjoyed it every time. Has built-in difficulty, increasing options, including Nuzlocke and randomizer rules, as well as a potential game over if your character is defeated. Let's see what else. I feel like I should put something in between those two. Was a lot of inspiration from Pokemon, but then innovates, but I also want to use a different word too. What's the word? Type matchups are more interesting not even matchups, type interactions. Type interactions are more interesting and dynamic, allowing you to change type mid-combat in some cases. Ranger, Captain, replace gym leaders. Let's move this one up a little bit higher. Gym leaders, but rather than planning around a typing, they focus on a gameplay strategy. Type interactions are more interesting and dynamic, allowing you to change your type mid-combat in some cases. Also includes a lot of post-game content, but that is admittedly very grindy. That requires excessive over 100 different species of monster with the fusion system allowing for each monster to fuse with every other monster. And since order matters, there. No, that's a bad way to say this. Order matters, so how do I want to say this? Because basically the way what I'm trying to explain here is, in Cassette Beast, when you fuse your creatures together, it's not just putting, monster A and monster B. It's those monsters in that order. A first and then B. Because B first and then A is a different fusion. I'm actually going to look that up. How many fusions are there in Cassette Beasts? Over 14,000 different fusion results. There we go. Has built-in difficulty increasing options, including Nuzlocke and randomizer rules, as well as potential game over if your character is defeated. Also includes post-game content, but that requires excessive grinding. Is probably the biggest part of the game. Not perfect, but still exceptional. Solid 8 out of 10. Yeah. Pumpkin game. Love choice. I knew it was adult. Wedding Witch. Is this one an adult game? I don't know if it classifies that. A little to the left. A little to the left. This one's fun. How many reviews are there? There's 8,200 reviews. Is my Oshi's review in here? Where's Vivi? Can we search by reviews? I wanna find and read Vivi's. Vividly Vivi review a little to the left. Where is this? Vividly ASMR is what she calls it. Cats everywhere. Little. Oh, because she has... God, Vivi does a lot of reviews. I forgot how many reviews Vivi writes. Here it is. Okay, so a little to the left is a puzzle game that I bought because one of my favorite VTubers, Vividly ASMR, also known as Vividly Vivi, actually, I think she's known as Vividly Vivi on Twitch right now. She played it herself and wrote an absolutely scathing review because she fucking hated this game. And I just wanted to experience it myself. So I'm gonna read Vivi's. Okay, this song was louder than I wanted it to be. I want to read Vivi's review. 23 hours on record, 2.8 hours at review time. This game actively gave my brain anxiety. I wanted to like this game. I did. And I tried. I love puzzle games. And this was pitched to me as a relaxing puzzle/organizational game. It's not relaxing. It's really, really not relaxing. In fact, it's frustrating. So frustrating, in fact, that I could feel my brain splitting in half as I desperately tried to figure out what the game wanted me to do on some stages. Oh, the spoons have to go in the little section with ever so slightly rounded corners? Oh, neato! So perhaps I went into it with wrong expectations, thus ruining it for myself forever. Maybe it won't be the same for you. However, I feel like even if I had been told, hey, this is a puzzle game, I'd still feel a bit irked. The cursor feels janky and rigid no matter how I change the settings, and no other games are giving me this trouble. The cat in this game somehow is the first cat in a video game that I feel myself hating. It's not enjoyable seeing hard work get destroyed by its malicious little paws. Things came to a crashing end for me at the box level. I don't know what happened to me. It's like my brain was actively getting tortured. Neurons were screaming at me that they didn't get it. Click, grab, shuffle, click, grab. It can't go there. Click, grab, shuffle. This game is going to be satisfying to some people. I know it will be. But there's a small chance, a tiny chance, that maybe your brain is like mine. This game is a serotonin poison that you just paid $22.95 Australian to make your brain scream at you. A little to the left, please. A little less to the left, please. Bless you, Vivi. I bought the game because you told me not to. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Vivi is a force of nature, though. But yeah, it is a puzzle game. And it is fun and frustrating and fantastic once you figure some things out. But let's see here. I bought this game because my favorite VTuber hated it.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
I will, Sora. Thank you for the hydrate. How are you doing this fine evening? Had a lot of fun with this game. The puzzles were challenging. And your head feels like it's going to explode. That's no good. Is that like allergies or are you sick? Why is your brain going boo-boo? Headache. Ugh. I hope that improves. I wonder if you got like a migraine or something. Hopefully not. Those are not fun. Those just take the stuffing right out of you. Aw, we're gonna give Sorath some head pats. Alright. Challenging, but only rarely frustrating. Felt like I earned every right answer, and it was challenging to try and find all the alternative solutions in the levels that had them. I need to pick up the DLC at some point. Really looking forward to it. Game isn't for everyone, but worth checking out, especially if it's on sale. And I recommend, yeah. That there, and then a little to the left, coverage and drawers. Do I have this version? Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my wish list. I'm gonna go to my wish list and go all the way to the bottom. Put this in position like 5. All the way back up to the top. Now what, I feel comfortable putting a little to the left, covers and drawers, above Baldur's Gate 3. I feel like that's fair. Oh man, that's funny. But alright. Yeah, and I have the review. It's done. I reviewed it today. That's good. The Last Spell. DLC had to be purchased for this one, or is it free? Ooh, available in just a few hours. Half a day. Nice. I need to get back to this one. The Last Spell is actually really good. Really good tactics. roguelike. Did not spell like correctly. Wrong. Recommend. Can get very addicting. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's a it's a what? It's a what? Times like this, my face. I wish my face were more expressive. Very good tactics roguelike. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Strong, I recommend. Can get very addicting. Yeah. Like, I don't know what else to say about that. I'm not nearly as loquacious as Vivi is. Vivi had some strong opinions about A Little to the Left. Voice of Cards, A Short Hike. I haven't played any. Actually, I did play Call to the Lamb. Fantastic game. Both the dungeon crawling and settlement building sections are fun and enjoyable. Main campaign is a lot of fun with post-release updates, adding a bunch of new content to the game. Of new free content to the game. Decent purchase at full price, because it is like $25. Decent purchase at full price, and absolute steal if you can get it on sale. 8 out of 10. Recommend that and hit that, yeah. And also there's check out the entire Devolver digital franchise on Steam. That's the publisher, which doesn't mean much. Like, the publisher releases the game, they're not making it. So like, yeah, that's a slightly different animal. Lethal Company. Got 5 hours on record. I actually did not enjoy this game. You play with a fun group. I played it with two very different groups. The first group was very, very chaotic and was very much like, yeah, just fuck around and find out what happens, and we're going to be kind of goofy and like leave you to die to monsters. And then I had another group that was a lot more supportive and taught me a lot more of the mechanics. And I basically disliked both playthroughs. The Chaos group, I was just kind of scrambling along with no idea what I was doing and was a little bit frustrated. And the group that did know what they were doing and was trying to teach me, I was still just like, I'm not having fun with this game. This is just not a game that I enjoy. So, I think it's more of a me thing. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's one of those you need friends for this game. Co-op experience, but I personally didn't enjoy it very much. Played with one group of friends, and they mostly messed around and trolled. If I ever want to give it a try, the old try, you and Sky are always down. Maybe. Like, I would fill, on occasion, like a group if somebody wanted an extra for this. Like, I know enough about it, I can do it. I'm just, it would be like, I would be filling. Like, it's like playing support in League of Legends. You don't necessarily want to do it, but you will so everybody else can have a good time. You just don't want to play it all the time, if that makes sense. I would much rather play like Cards Against Humanity or Uno or almost anything else other than Lethal Company. It's just it's not even a problem with the game. It's just I don't think I like this style of gameplay, which is weird because I like Helldivers. That Helldivers actually has like a progression system that I can work with and build off of. Lethal Company is just fuck around and find out the game. And I think that's just not what I'm looking for, and that's probably why I haven't picked up that new like Lethal Company clone. What is it called? It's what's the name? Like I want to call it like content creators, but I don't think that's right. What is that one called? Content warning. That's it. Yeah, like I have zero interest in picking up content warning because it's semi-different. Yeah, it's close enough that I'm like, I'm not really feeling this. And even like one person I saw talking about it is like, if you go in with a group of people who are serious about it, like it's an okay game. If you go in with a group of people who are interested in like wanting up one another and like fucking around a little bit, it's actually a lot of fun. And I'm like, I don't think that second option sounds very fun to me. Trolled one another. Played with a different group of friends who tried to teach me the game better, but still didn't really enjoy it. Really do wish they changed up the computer console section. That isn't very, that part feels very cumbersome to use. Didn't like it very much. Which is the game anyways? It's a decent purchase if you wanna try it out with friends. don't buy it unless you have a group you wanna play with. It is not friendly for solo play. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave that. Like, it's not bad for early access because the game came out like 6 months ago, a little bit more. It's not bad. It's just I didn't enjoy it. That's an adult game. Haven't played that one. Haven't played that one. Haven't played that one. Valhalla. I actually can't believe I never wrote a review for this. Did I never write a review for this? I didn't write a review for this. Yeah. Amazing visual novel. One of my favorite stories ever. And the bartending it just does not know how to spell. Mechanics were very fun. 10 out of 10 game. Let's mix drinks and change lives. Wonderful soundtrack as well, and well with 2 L's, and the ability to choose your own songs for the jukebox every day was a really nice touch. 10 out of 10 game. Let's make drinks and change lives. Yeah. Haven't played Witcher 3. Control Ultimate Edition. Close that. I don't care about that thing. This is going to be a weird one because I do recommend Control on sale, but I did not enjoy the late game. Control is very good early to mid game, and then mid to late game it drops off for me. But it is still fun to like throw shit at people. So yeah. Great early and mid game, but once you get your last power up, once I got my last power up, the game got bland very quickly. Worth getting on sale if to experience the best parts of the game. Don't recommend at full price. 6 out of 10. I rate it 6 out of 10. Great early and mid game, but once I got my last power up, the game got bland very quickly. Hated the ending sections. I rate it 6 out of 10. It's worth getting on sale to experience the best parts of the game. Don't recommend it full price. Yeah. Like, it's a bit of a confusing review because I'm essentially saying it's a bad recommendation. Well, I'm recommending the game, but I'm also saying, like, the best parts are early, and once you get past that, it's kind of crap. So 44,000 reviews, and about 5,500 of them are negative. I'm already getting your recommendations on Steam. It's like Deus likes golf with friends. Yeah, this is gonna feed into some people's feeds. This is gonna be interesting. But actually, this is kind of neat here, where Control is pulling similar numbers, like, or not similar numbers, similar like ratios to something like Helldivers. Upside Now is on sale for $5 exactly. But no, it's like, I'm gonna round up by a lot, and I really shouldn't be. But there's, no, I won't even round up. So like, there's about 5,000 negative reviews. It's 50 of 100 really, but we're gonna call it 5,000. So yeah, it's like 1 out of every 7 or 8 people that played Control or played Control, that reviewed Control, didn't like it. Yeah, interesting game with unique combat, but gets repetitive rather quickly. First 10 hours, great. Worst mystery game I've played so far. It's not a mystery game, not really. I hate this game, it's not fun. The issue is the pacing, and the pacing sucks because every part of this game is tedious. Fair. Alright. I did not play that one. Argus Generations of War. 3 minutes to 8. Yeah. I did not like this game. All reviews. There are 112 reviews, and 26 of them are negative. Really interesting visual style and gameplay. And play. Ooh. Gameplay. But got stuck on progression at a number of spots because the solutions were not obvious or clear at all. Might be better with a guide, but it's a mystery game, so that kinda defeats the point. Can't really can't give it a general recommendation. Maybe pick it up if some of the themes or elements interest you. Give it a 3 or 4 out of 10 at best. Yeah, I did not like this game. And worse still is I played this with a friend on a collab, and I went in blind, so I did not know what to expect. And like, it's neat. Like, it's a puzzle game where you have like a half an hour to figure out what's going on. And then every day at 3 minutes to 8, you die. If you manage to get that far, you will die. And it's anywhere from like, a fuse box blows in the street and a wire falls into a puddle and electrocutes you, or you're walking to the bathroom and you slip and you bang your head. Like, you will die every day, sometimes in comical ways. I think one is literally like you walk into your apartment at 3 minutes to 8 and there's just a guy there with a gun who shoots you. And you're like, where the fuck did you come from? And the guy's like, you have to die for the sake of the world. I'm like, what do you mean? I still don't know what that guy had to do with it. We find him in like a lounge later on, in like a bar. But I felt so bad to recommend that to somebody for a collab option. Like, I genuinely felt bad about that. But yeah, when you turn it on, like, there's a note from the author. These literally like, I've made this because of things I saw in my dreams and what I kept in a dream journal. And then you play it and you're like, yeah, okay, I can believe that because this game makes no sense. Liza P. Hell yeah. Positive review right here. Yeah, it's a fever dream. Oh, absolutely. Fantastic Soulsborne game. It's the Bloodborne PC port we've been begging for years. I know I never played this. I've been tempted many times as I love Souls-like. This one is actually very approachable. Like, a lot of other Souls games I don't like. This one actually, like, this is like a fusion of Bloodborne and Sekiro. It is actually a pretty good game. And they don't go like too wild with the mechanics. Really, the one thing that kind of makes it punishing is they do explicitly have a mechanic in the game that says you must perfectly time your blocks to deal with this, because dodging will not help. You will get hit through a dodge. This attack ignores iframes. And that kind of like trying to railroad people into a play style is something that usually bothers me, but this was exactly my play style. I am the type of gamer who likes to plant his feet and block stuff. Sekiro isn't terrible for me. I kind of enjoy that for that part of the mechanic, but friends like people like my friend Starblight Malice, she hates Sekiro because she does not want to block things. She wants to dodge. And both Sekiro and Lies are not dodge friendly games. They want you to block and parry. Sekiro parry mechanic. Great gameplay. Great gameplay. Hauntingly beautiful music. Graphics. Can't recommend this game enough. 10 out of 10 game. I recommend at full price, it's a steal if you can get it on sale. Gameplay is a bit linear though, and does require using the perfect block mechanic to deal with some attacks. They will hit you through iframes. I enjoyed those aspects, though, so the game felt great to me. Yeah. We're about 2 hours in now. We're doing good. I'm finally done with like the December games and the games I've played from this year. Sleep of Love. That is a game that I probably shouldn't click on. Oops. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. When did this come out? Did People Can Fly make any other games? Outrider, Bulletstorm, Painkiller. God, Painkiller's even older. Outriders. Uh, 7,500 reviews, 800 negative. I'm kind of curious what the negatives are. Boring, bland story. Yeah, you know what? Fair. It's in my library, but can I not write a review for it? Oh, I can't actually write a review for it. Why not? Because it's in my library. Is it because I didn't buy it on Steam? That's interesting. Or is it because I don't have like any hours on it through Steam? Yeah, it technically doesn't think I've played it at all because I got it through some other method. Okay. So it won't let me review it because I have 0 hours in it. That makes sense. Okay. Deathloop. Big fan of Arcane Studios games. Loved the Dishonored series, but this game felt like was missing that little something special that made their other games stand out. Had a bunch of bugs and issues when I first played it. Came back a year later and had no problems at all. Unfortunately, still just couldn't get into it. Yeah, I can't give this one a recommend as I'm sitting here writing it. It's interesting play, but I can't really recommend it. Might be worth buying on sale, not at full price. 4 or 5 out of 10. Yeah, like, yeah, it's sort of a weird game where like you're essentially stuck in a time loop, and you repeat the same day over and over again. And I got through the tutorial section where they like teach you how to play the game, teach you about gathering energy to permanently tie items to you so you can build up an armory to take with you through the loop so you don't have to collect everything over and over again. But ultimately, to beat the game, you have to kill... you have to find out like how to get certain bosses like in a row and all lined up to like kill them all in like the one shot you have for each of them. And it just wasn't fun for me. I don't know how else to say it. I just didn't enjoy it. Like it has a neat aesthetic to it, but did not enjoy it. We're not doing best elf because I know that one. That one's a naughty one. 20 minutes to dawn. How many views does this one have? Oh, there's the ad break. 26,000 positive, 2,000 negative, or 26,000 total, 2,000 negative. Yeah. Another vampire survivors clone. That's not how you spell clone. With a limited color palette. I think there are better options in the genre. And this game didn't innovate in any way that really caught my interest. Additionally, the visual design style really bothered my eyes when playing it for long periods of time. Unclear progression system. Thankfully, it wasn't game. Purchase. Don't recommend it. There are better options out there. This one might be my worst one that I rated out of all of these. 2 out of 10 for me. We'll wait for the ad break to end, and then we'll read this review before jumping back into anything else. Because I think Hi-Fi Rush is coming up as something, and I do want to give a review for that before ending it. But yeah, we got that ad break while I was doing the review for 20 minutes till dawn. I wrote another Vampire Survivors clone with limited color palette. I think there are better options in this genre, and this game didn't innovate in any way that really caught my interest. Additionally, the visual design style really bothered my eyes when playing it for long periods of time. Unclear progression system. Thankfully, wasn't an expensive purchase. I don't recommend it. There are better options out there. 2 out of 10 for me. So yeah. Did not like 20 minutes till dawn. And Hi-Fi Rush. No, I don't want to install it. I want to review it. First of all, recommend. Loved this game's style and vibes. Had it. I don't want to say this. The main campaign was fun. Really liked the story and the DMCA safe streaming soundtrack. Good, memorable characters. The rhythm aspect of the timing was a bit of a challenge for me at times. I got through normal difficulty, but was glad I didn't set it any harder. Might be a turn off to some. Still recommend the game though. The devs did a fantastic job. 7 or 8 out of 10. Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush is great. It is very fun. It's got a good message. If you ever have it like that one friend that's just like, man, capitalism sucks and we gotta overthrow the system, have them play Hi-Fi Rush, because it's 100% just doing that and just shitting on how terrible corporations are and like how inept and corrupt and just evil a lot of the people in them are. And they have a good time with it. And the game knows how to laugh at itself too, and that's, yeah, it's a good time. Yeah. And that takes us all the way back to November. And I think that might be where I call it for the next. We can go for about 2 hours. And I'd like a little bit of time to wind down and have to myself this evening. So let's look for somebody to raid. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? I don't want to do less. I want to do more. Got that. There's a bunch of people streaming tonight. Could raid them. I didn't get a chance. Could do her. And I don't want to raid people at those levels because I don't feel like that's... I don't know. It's always weird, like, rating people that have, like, 100 concurrent viewers, and I'm just sitting here, like, I'm just me. Hello. Like, I don't... It feels weird. It feels very attention grabby. Like, I'm trying to, like... I do not enjoy. So, I'll raid somebody smaller tonight. You know what? There was actually somebody that I was visiting their stream earlier this week, and we're gonna raid them. We're gonna be raiding a streamer by the name, if they'll let me. Gonna get this started. The Kit Kat. Hit the button. Yay, it worked. They're playing through Elden Ring. So, should be a good time. My next stream will be Saturday. We're going to be trying to... Was that A Link to the Past, or was that the other one? Was that... That might have been Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. Well, we're playing new games this weekend because I beat my old ones. Anyway, raid starting up soon. So, if you liked what you did here and you want to see more content, I do have a bunch of stuff on YouTube for clips and VODs. If you want to see what I'm doing on socials and stuff, here's a link to all of my things there. And I also have a Discord where I try to be active in as well. We're building that place up though, so still a little bit small, a little bit cozy, but that's fine. If you want to chat and hang out, you got that there. But otherwise, thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you had a good time with this. I hope you got some good game recommendations from what I was saying here. And take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever it is in your part of the world. And I will see you again on Saturday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.